that's working just fine. We are finally, today, nearing the end of this piece, or the line art of it at least. And, well, with any luck, the colours will be easier to do. Fingers crossed. I mean, pretty much every single creature here has multi-toned skin, so. This has dominated so much of my time recently. Yes, this piece, which started originally as 8 and then spiraled dramatically out of control, is finally nearly there. We just get my stuff open. Close that. Shift that over. Okay. Stream health sorted. And a headache. Lovely timing. No. Oh well, time to soldier on regardless. So, there is only actually one little piece we have left to do on this, and it is this little trio of dragons. This one's just a template that I've kind of attached for reference. We have the barrels. This trio of little fairy dragons that I've thus far woefully underperformed on. I'll pick up on the flares at the moment. I'm getting the basics down first. So let's start. That'll do. Nope. That's there. Then the head goes quite more directly out. Then over to here. And the body. There. The barrels are actually the ones I know the least about, unfortunately. They... Oh, I see what I've done wrong here. So the thing with the barrels is that they're actually all, at least to the best of my knowledge, parts of one of the parts of Maribel over there. Oh God, that's just a dog. So yes, they're all aspects of Maribel, so they all have some inherited characteristics from her. But they still are themselves all fairy dragons. this up to here, I think. It's a start. Trim that down to there, might do it. Okay, that's enough for me to go off of. Bit of a large head, so I'll shrink it all down just a shade. What we're looking at, more like that. So I think I made the neck too thick as well. Yep. There. Now, that'll have to be behind. And once I've got these in, I'll add anything I can think of. I think we're going to have to just kind of settle for them all being a little bit different, because I am not that consistent yet. Slowly. Normally I don't like to sketch these shapes out anymore, but this is the only way I can get this tail to even be remotely streamlined. I think a friend of mine just sent me some Vi Caitlin stuff. The shipping that has taken off thanks to Arcane. Thigh ho! Welcome, welcome in full. I appreciate the call to arms. That one needs changing too. Is that? Yes. God, this is so weird. This is so strange to be modeling on. No, no, wrong one. Same with there. Right, these all need custom scale patterns too. Oof. I'm realizing all my dogs have never been in truly cold weather. Then, is that a good reaction? Because I know there are some. Because obviously there are some dogs that haven't been but really want to be. Mm. No, all our dogs came with us from Florida, but they aren't floofy. Then probably not great reactions. Not because it's necessarily they will have a bad time, or just yeah, or just them having that to adapt to now. And also, unfortunately, a fence has to be held off another day since they need cement. Are the dogs cooped up inside until then? Mm. No, but the least situation is mad annoying because they get stuck on literally everything. Oh god, it's absolutely no awareness that they're really attached to anything. Ours have had things like that. We had to well, one of the ones we got not long after we got her, she basically ran off. And there are four leashes, so they also get tangled very quickly and easy. Yep, that's my experience of it too. Mm. Also found the stuff in Dark Tide that high apparel benefits. Nice. I I played a I played one mission earlier today that was it was there were three psychers and a zealot, and the, I was one of the psychers. Me and one other were running a sail. The third was running that purple lightning one. Here. Oh, okay. So yeah, where does high peril come into things in a useful way then? goes into there. Down to there, there, and then sorry, I had to get Dog back in. Lost was 3 psychers. Yeah, 2 of us were running a sail. One of them was running the Purple Lightning. We were on difficulty 3, Malice. It was a nightmare. I had continuous frame drops the entire time. You just made this one the longest. Like it was silly fun, and no, our D&D group had to cancel again, so we did Dark Tide. Is this the one that Demi was meant to be running, or is that still on today? That's today. So that's still going. That's still running. Okay. I wasn't sure if you had wasn't sure if that would be the group you're talking about. And obviously, there's been stress. Oh, I suppose you mean the Bloom one. Oh, no, wrong one. And hmm, I'm going to give this another try. And we're in an area where we can't do small stuff because we're hunting murder bots. So yeah, just just where it doesn't work at all to do side sessions. Upside, we did get to skip the sniper fight. Okay. That's that's a niche thing in a fantasy game. Hmm. This is wrong. Upside, Bloom's got Wings of Flight too. Flight is always fun, no matter what system it's in. Actually, no, it kind of sucks in Woofer, I'll be honest. It's incredibly hard to cast for anyone and does not last very long. Yeah, I know it's 5e. Yeah. Yeah, which I think... Do the Wings of Flying in 5e... Do the Wings of Flying in 5e have a limited duration? I think they do, right? Only go an hour, can only be toggled off on and off once a day. Ah, much worse. Right. Sorry, my apologies. I shouldn't have expected anything too powerful. Uh, we aren't level 10 yet still, like, that's not a... I am definitely used to getting flight much earlier. Though we should get a level up at the end of this quest. Now, that is one thing. Leveling up in any system is almost always fun. There is always that to look forward to. And that goes right. I think that does it. Hopefully that I can get something so Bloom's damage output should get some more consistency. Since I'm really strong potentially for 2 shots, not including the custom rune arrows. Just clean that up. Oh, this needs refinement too. All my big damage is more prepper oriented compared to what everyone else. Oh right, and you're arcane archer, right? Or you, or did you go, or are you ranger? With a slight tweak so I can at least fire as many shots as my proficiency bonus. I suppose I can't really even weigh in on them that much. I mean, I actually don't know how. I've heard poor things about Arcane Archer, but more just about how the base one doesn't really manage the feel very well, which is better than the 2 of the original. Oh right, yes, that's isn't it? It's like it's the base one is what, like 2 per day or 2 per rest. Is that short or long? Yeah. that wrong. Short or long? Okay, a little bit better than I thought it would be. So the arrows don't do enough to justify it since like only 3 are useful. Ah, classic. But I will avoid saying more. I don't think I don't think people need yet another. I don't think yet another rant from me about 5 years needed at this stage. One is just AoE damage, one is poison, and halves movement, the psychic one that can blind casters. Yes, like these are your here, have your 3 options. We're not giving you any more, ever. Okay. Now merge these. Shave that off there. Plus, they don't get a damage buff till near the capstone, so I want to try and convince my DM for a middle step. Good choice. Still unfortunate that it's needed, but you know, there are admittedly bad options in every edition. Even my preferred one isn't safe from that. That reminds me, there's a barbarian archetype, Wild Riders, something. Okay, Drunken Rager. I remember a Pathfinder archetype that's, I think it's for Barbarian or Blood Rager or something. That's all about working with fire and being mounted, except you don't get, except your mount doesn't ever get resilience to fire. Arcanatra is a bit of a fuck up in design even early on. And yeah, kind of. The one that I'm familiar with, the Magus one, isn't bad. It's a little bit quirky, but arcane. Yes, it's a. Oh no, I'm thinking of the Eldritch Archer. The Arcane Archer is a prestige class that I'm thinking of. Oh my god. Oh, that's very silly. Oh, that's very silly. Sorry, just realizing that the Arcane Archer archetype for 5e is based off of a prestige class. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that got a chuckle out of me. Sorry, just a realization that I hadn't seen before. Honestly, the Arcane Archer needs more shot options or more general magic options. That's a thing with martials in general. That is a consistent thing that people agree on. Martials need more options. It's they don't necessarily even need to be like brought up to be on the same power level as spellcasters. They just need more different things they can do. Because that on its own makes them more interesting to play. Get my moth. Okay, that's actually much easier to do this time, the poodle moth. It's that, so I need that, and then we have and I think my ability to get general shapes has improved, but my ability to do specific ones is currently struggling on dragons. Okay, that's that kind of not what I expected to see when I googled that. Okay, okay, moving swiftly on. If nothing else, they should just release a supplement that expands on the subclasses that have customization. There's a lot of things that Wizards of the Coast should do, but they seem to be set on doing anything but that, so. Wizards seems to hate the idea of going back to old stuff, which is ironic given that pretty much everything they've put out for 5e is just something from 3.5. Like, their entire thing has been rehashing old stuff in a worse way. And the fun and the bit that I enjoy pointing out, how the basic equipment list is how the basic equipment list in the player's handbook is from AD&D. So how hung up that they rehashed on the Pinkertons? Yeah, that should have been a lot of people's cue to like disassociate from Wizards. Makes me feel better about not actually. Ooh, don't say that on don't say that on record. They might send the Pinkertons after you. So that's so. It's not like I have anything downloaded. Ah, used by others. Okay. Down. Right. Oh, you up to there. Those are getting progressively larger. Just wish I could find groups of path stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'd have liked to run that Woofrup thing, except the only one who responded to the availability thing was Don, so that sort of killed my ability to do that. Oh, fuck! I forgot that. Right, I need to get rid of that. That. It is hard to find people to try a system. That is the lamentable bit. People attach their identities to systems, and it's not a good long-term objective. Remove. Hmm. What else do I put on here? Scale patterns. In this case, it's more like I also don't like how Baldur's Gate 3, from what I've seen, is just doing SOD stuff or mostly homebrew that makes the best stuff the base stuff better. I suppose it depends on what they were allowed to use. It is I I must admit, partly because of like I've actually kind of come around a little bit more to what the hell is that line? I've come around to Baldur's Gate a little bit more, only because it's had the hilarious impact of so many people going onto the 5e like D&D Next and all that kind of thing, and asking why the hell marshals don't have any interesting abilities, because like they're suddenly realizing, hang on, this stuff is really easy to do, doesn't break the game, and is so much fun. Why aren't Wizards of the Coast allowing it and getting like, no, they never want to do that. Like it amuses me. It's like how Mojang's major updates are a new block and a new mob, and if I'm not mistaken, it's like squirrels, hedgehogs. Yeah, I had a conversation about this with my Sunday group, the last session of the Warhammer Fantasy thing I was running. The thing about how like Wizards needs to decide what they want to make a system, because currently 5e is every previous edition in a trench coat, having just gotten out of rehab. It's it's it is a very like it's a pared down bit of everything, not doing anything, and and it's just kind of rehashing previous editions of stuff without doing anything that made those interesting. I don't mind the fact that Minecraft fandom has gone in revolt. By the way, because the new the new mob vote is just generic animals. Yeah, I think I saw that one. Yeah, I saw the complaints about that. Hey, Rajanka, I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce your name. Just putting some scales on fairy dragons and complaining about D&D. There's some patterns that just look really good really easily, and this is apparently one of them. Yep, there we go. Now, what's wild is the Wizards had a formula for success, and all they had to do was not touch anything controversial. They still kind of left things. The system they produced beforehand was still pretty bland and was slow. It was just more slowly pushing people away, and it's sped up. True, with Critical Role and I suppose the other related things, 5e caught like wildfire. Yeah, they were successful. I won't argue that. Yeah, I suppose that would have bought them plenty of time, but even that was going to eventually hit its kind of end point. And people are, I think, like some people are starting to come off Critical Role now because it's very visibly a merchandising thing. Like it stopped feeling like it's lost apparently it's lost the feel of being a home game. I'm not sure when it did that. I've not been on it for over 100 episodes, so yeah, yeah, the problem was 5e was always just the system that gets you into the TTRPGs, but not so great at doing anything. And then they face planted and kept backtracking. 5e is scared of having evil options for players. 5e is scared of a lot of things. 5e is scared of having rules for tools. It's scared of large characters and large weapons because like they really don't like you scaling. They really don't like the idea of you having large characters because of what it does to your weapons. They're scared of committing to one design philosophy or another, light or heavyweight. 5e is neither. It's somewhere between the two because you've got all the marshals who get to just imagine things while the casters get all the interesting options. Middling weight. The problem is there are better middling weight options. Like it's not even like they're a middleweight thing because they're trying to do things from either side rather than settling in middleweight. They need to simplify a lot of systems and add depth to a lot of other ones to make that. Then they also release options that just make certain things completely redundant. I think one of my favorite ones there is the winged tiefling that makes every other flying option redundant. Yeah, you're all right that they have dropped the ball a lot on what they could have done very profitably for a long time. Warlocks with Eldritch Blast were a meme, but then they released an item restricted that would let any caster cast a cantrip as a bonus action. Oh god. There we go. So the balance is also horrendous at times. That's the crazy thing, right? 5e is meant to be a balanced edition because it has bounded accuracy. It's meant to be quite good at balance, but it also kind of sucks. Whereas like other systems, Illusionist braces are bullshit on the Warlock. Yeah, you've talked about them. You've mentioned them before. The like, and I'm going to bring up Pathfinder again as the example that like 1e has a lot of busted content. You can do a lot of busted things, but there are comparatively more balanced options than there are in 5e, just because of the sheer quantity. Like it is shockingly easy to build a balanced busted option. 10 attacks a turn at level 20, right? Busted options shouldn't be easy to do. I don't really care about that, to be honest, because that kind of thing doesn't really game balance as far as I'm concerned, at least to that degree, is pointless because it addresses the wrong issues. Well, finding a thing to cast twice shouldn't be that easy. The problem with those braces aren't that they're broken, it's that they're boring. Like it's just get this in. Like I said, that's what I was going to say. Balance against busted options is pointless because the point of balance to that level is to try and prevent bad faith players, but you're never going to prevent that in game. You prevent that by the social contract, by making parties that you want that would want by making by getting together groups of players who are willing to play in good faith. Um, One sentence outside the law, which the law makes it sound good for an illusionist. Yeah, they're called the illusionist braces. So yeah, but yeah, like the balancing to avoid powerful options like that. It tries to solve a problem in game that we always counsel to solve out of game, right? It's like, I have a bad player, talk to them. You don't fix it in game, you fix it out. And like trying to fuck around with broken things, and if it's a case of not everyone is doing it, that's acting in bad faith. They also need more customization options outside of classes or races, like new invocations, feats, etc. Yep. I, okay, so just to get it out the way, I'm going to say that Pathfinder does that. You know I'm going to say that. I'm not going to go on the big sales pitch again. You already know that I can tell you that and point to a million options. Yeah, yeah. And it's 5e either needs more customization, or it could do with more customization. That's one option, or it could go the opposite route. It could much more concretely lay down what all of its things can do. Give all of its skills, all of its features, explicit mechanical causes, results that you can get from them. And it needs a few expanded things like intimidation as a skill should have a clearer, accurate, needs more scale customization or more hard rules. Basically, it needs more hard rules, like in the first place at all. It needs that better because there are so many cases where the rules kind of point you in the direction of something and then don't finish what they're doing. The system does need to lay down more clearly what you can do in at least one case for everything. Like intimidation, you can intimidate people, but unless one of the later books actually added something specifically, it doesn't give you what intimidation actually achieves. Like frightened is often too powerful. That's why Pathfinder has the shaken condition. Want to get into Cyberpunk Red? I want to do my Shadowrun reboot, but at this point, I think the only time I'm going to get around to doing something like that is if I affiliate and can do those do those RPG dev stream things. No Red is less crunchy outside of net running. Yeah, Wolfrup is another system that I've been big into recently that I've liked for that, being less crunchy outside of a few specific things. Even then, its most crunchy is pretty light. Good to hear that one mechanic is fully a process. Oh no. Suppose we can't do everything right. Every system does something wrong. It's just some do more wrong than others. Come on, go. Hear the angels sing. Admittedly, not too hard to fix if DM decides to run net running like it's in 2077. Yeah, there are. If it's like one mechanic that's an issue, then if there's a couple of things that need fixing to run a better game, then sure. Couple of fixes. Every system has that because of how you specifically want things to be. Because pretty much no system will do perfectly what you want it to do. Like the mechanic works better if you want NetRound to do a full net dive, but most of the time I could use it to see more being used to help things in the field. So by the sounds of it, there's no quick hack option. Essentially, there's no sort of fast method of net running rather than. Yeah, that does sound like a whole same problem that Shadowrun has. One of them anyway. That rigging is decking is so much to do that a rigger is basically playing a completely separate game. Okay. Basically, yeah, which is unfortunately consistent among the iterations. It is actually a problem that I notice a lot with cyberpunk-esque systems. Any system that runs a cyberpunk setting often struggles with that. Often accidentally making parts of their rules or all of their rules feel like living in a dystopia rather than enabling you to play in them. It makes them act like it. It makes them act like the dystopia, and it spoils things. Or otherwise, Red is fairly simple. Yeah, I mean, uh, one of my former players has run it, and yeah. Got some customization options since there's no real class guide. Classless systems are fun. I do like me classless systems. Even if the two ones I play do technically have classes, your Pathfinder is obviously classed, but Wuthrop is it's classes without any commitment to them. You're expected to jump between them. That's right. Uh, that's I'll put that like that. So let's get the ridge. Plus, it helps they even provide different ways to customize, since cyberware does come in different styles. Yeah, to be honest, the one thing that I always care about for a system is completeness. If a system is complete, I can probably I can at least appreciate it. It's just so it's stuff that I'd like to give a try, even though I kind of have trouble with the mindset that cyberpunk systems expect you to be going into. Still need to learn those. It does sound like it does things better than Shadowrun currently does, though it of course lacks the setting that I find is compelling. Like I'm sorry, but basically no cyberpunk system is as interesting to me and is as interesting to me as the Shadowrun world. I think it's probably because the base cyberpunk world is a crap sack on a good day. Not even that, like it's if you mean for the mood, then sure, but like the setting of any cyberpunk um, is always like that, but Shadowrun just has a lot more to take my interest. The much more interaction with the AI, um, the whole thing of magic and spirits, toxic and otherwise, the Wendigo, surged individuals that can basically be any kind of mutant. Technomancers. My first attempt at a Shadowrun character was a Technomancer rigger. Yeah, Cyberpunk is way more grand than that sort of hardly an individual can fuck up. Yeah, I know, I've played the game. There, 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 there. Fantasy is cool, just happens. Shadowrun's level of crunch scare me, same. And it is also, from pretty much everyone who has ever played it, not good. It is badly designed crunch. Pathfinder is what I think is well designed crunch, mostly. But Shadowrun falls into the bracket of badly designed crunch because it does that thing I said. It designs its rules like the rules are living in the cyberpunk dystopia, and while the attempt is being made to move us in that direction, we aren't quite there yet. Like it's spreadsheet simulator, and that is not fun for most people. But then the people who make the series don't had some trouble with not paying their writers and all that jazz. They want macro users. Eh. No, they don't want macro users because there are too many little details. There are so many charts you have to reference at any one time. Like Warfrap has charts. You've got one to reference during a fight, whereas with Shadowrun you've got like 3 different environmental ones. And it's all just it's not good. And I think there's even more for other things. It's just kind of there's too much stuff that is obtuse. Like the setting is meant to be difficult to navigate and live in without screwing up. The rules shouldn't be, but it is very easy. They never had playtesters or proofreaders. Again, there's uh, there's stuff that I've heard talked about that the people who do this, um, the Catalyst, the guys who own the Shadowrun IP, have a real bad problem with paying their writers. Like they have certain bad habits. And while I don't think they've ever deployed the Pinkertons to anyone. Yeah, it is. Yeah, they are still not the best. Different kind of scummy. Yeah, it's less anti-consumer and more anti-developer. Yeah. That's why I want to do the revamp thing. Tweak the rules to make them just more usable. It's just this section now, I think. On. Really, my worry is they'll try and screw you. They literally can't. I'm not going to be making any money off of it. Like it is basically me homebrewing, and you. I mean, as we've established, you can't really do anything about that. Some companies do anyway. It is an easily solved thing as far as I'm aware. Okay. The arms. Yeah, I'm not. I'm going to be honest. I'm not too worried about Catalyst. Nintendo games have a different situation, really. Games have things that they can do that actually that's a fun point. That's a fun point. I should have mentioned, like legally, there is nothing that Shadowrun can do about me rapidly homebrewing their system if because if I don't directly reference law. It's how you get, like, you cannot copyright rules. There is no legal basis for prosecuting someone based on their usage of a system of rules. Like it doesn't work, and it's protected a lot of people. It's why the SRD is the SRD is kind of technically irrelevant. Like, because a lot of what people want to use it for is actually meaningless. Okay, that's that, I think. What the? No, wrong thing. That was just selecting the entire fucking screen. That, that. I think we've got everything. Invert. Then we switch that. That. group. Oh, completely misnamed that. Color that red. And put that back in. Oh, and Tammy. Okay, so I'm still mad the official dice but only goes off SRD unless you have D&D Beyond and bought the books digitally. Hope soon we won't see any more PC exclusives. It sucks to see a game I want to play, but it's on something I don't got. What console do you have? Can't remember. Xbox Series S. I'm surprised then. There's not many exclusives that are PC for stuff like that. It's usually console. By me just grabbing a couple of images. It's like PC exclusives is. Wait, Baldur's Gate came out on Xbox? Oh, you're right. Okay, let's see. Baldur's Gate 3 released to PC and Mac and PS5, and the developers said that an Xbox port of Baldur's Gate 3 will definitely release in 2023. So, it's currently not, but it's on its way. Hmm. Oh, maybe. Yeah, either. I kind of see why CRPGs tend to come out more on like ice, like that style thing come out, but hmm, like those sorts of things would be PC. Like I can see indie titles being PC release, but most of the time, if there's an exclusive, it's console. Still not out. Oh dear. Okay, well, let's see where I put this. Guess I'll put it up on. I'll put it in Scholas's lineup because he's the highest up. Really, I'm glad exclusives are dying out. It's yeah. It's because there are a few. It's one of the fewer. It's one of the few benefits that has come out of the loss of competition, essentially. Come on. Oh, wrong color. Okay. Now I'm just going to grab the. I'm just going to grab this as the line art. Oh right, fuck! I have to. Right, I have to redo Monica's feet. Ugh. That. Come on over. There. Right, that means I have to delete. Oh, no. That. bad business practice for developers and consumers that only benefits the exclusive holder. Hey, how detailed they are. Yeah, that was kind of an accident, really. That was sense. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, that's a fair point. Okay, let's just move you up. So I think let's say there. That we don't gotta draw feet. It's so I'll probably have to draw like toes or something, but that's much easier. Okay, so that's recentered. Yes, that is. Well, no, because if she's just hanging, because remember, this is a generally forward on view, so like the thighs are going to be, the calves are going to be like, still going to be down, then you'll still get like feet over here to get the toes up over there. Okay, let's clear this out. So we'll have shape right. No. No. Let's see if I can find something for this. Yes, good call on hanging by the knees. It does save me at least some figuring out of that very weird angle. Almost manages. Not quite. A lot of possible sources, but none that have this kind of pose. this just needs to be shrunk, I think. Yes, we'd have. I think that does it. Yeah, I think that does it. And that actually really, that solves an unrelated thing. That invert, and then gray time. And then I move Monica up above the snake. And I'll shift her up just a little bit more. There we go. Now, I believe, now I can now I'm going to do a quick export for the line art. Because, the thickest party. Yes, it has been assembled. Honestly, I have several things I'm not happy about with this. Like, I can't quite, I, I don't know what I wanted Seta Penra to look like, but it wasn't entirely that. Um, the flames on Elith are a bit quirky. I think I fell off at the end near with Miriam and the barrels, but this is still very good. Honestly, it's kind of a funny thing. Like this half of the this half of the party, I really like what I've done here. Like I'm really pleased with this. Everyone here I am in some way happy with, except a little bit of like Gloss's face slightly. But Maribel is the goddamn cutest. July I got the shape right and the weapon, and I like figured out fur on her. Gloss has the curves and the dress. The snake is the snake. Um, Monica still has just the most fun dynamic pose. Mara and um, Mara and Neri, uh, Mara and Neri have like are the most kind of like essentially tangled. Neri came out really well in the hair eventually, and Mara's form was very simple and easy to do. And then you've got over here where everyone's a little bit off. Like Edith is fine, but she's just fine. Seta Penra is mostly okay, but I kind of wasn't sure what to do with her jewelry and such, though she did go up a bit of thickness. And then, of course, Slurry is in there just being Slurry. Squalus is fine. He was my first attempt at an octopus. Um, I don't hate Tammy Lynn, but her face did not come out the way I intended to. She came out kind of looking very kind of sharp cheekboned, more than the others. And then down here, it's mostly the barrels that I'm not pleased with. Um, Miriam, I started annoyed, but I kind of warmed to her. Like she's good. She fits in. She has also gone up a melon by accident because I miscounted lines. Yeah. Okay, let's get on with applying base colors. Um, gotta hope my connection stays stable. It's giving me trouble. Monica. Now we start going color picking. Start with that for her. Wait, gob in the arm looks weird. Are you talking about Monica's arms? If you're talking about Monica's arms here, um, that's deliberate. Close most of those. Gloss is a very dark purple. Uh, Green with her because that is her dominant color. Well, let's try this out for size. Start there. Miriam is she's either white or purple-ish. Because I haven't used it yet, I'm going to make her the mostly. Take her around to the blue. She has the slightly blue tinted scales. I have her, so I can just go to weather. I actually skip past them. Yes, I did. Plus, yeah, okay, that's right for her. The barrels have 3 different. Green has. Okay, here we go. Let's just grab you. The one with the lunar moth wings. Oh, that's going to be a pain. Ah, add that. I was doing so well there. Uh, okay, and we will grab that color. So I will have to just do. Oh no, no, put that back on first. But yeah, no, the slightly weird looking arms on some of the goblins is because they have specifically larger arms. If you are if you are meaning the one up here, she is also meant to be kind of fuzzy, and there is a dress that is hiding what some of the lines are meant to be. Can hear me loud and clearly. As I put that image, oh dear. The, oh, okay. Sorry, just having brain fart moments. Disappeared because of dogs. No worries. Real life comes first. Which goblin were you thinking? Which goblin were you saying looked weird? Is the one? Is it the arms? The one hanging upside down? The one in the Lamia's arms. Um, just hides the pen. Think I see anything off? She's got her eyes closed. It might be just the fact the Lamia's lines weren't covered by the gob like everyone else was. Yeah, well, that's because the goblin there is literally inside the Lamia. The Lamia is a spectre, and Lamia is Seta Penra, the spectre, who is being who has Siluri suspended within her. You can see it down here with you can see it down here with Jelia's foot and Neri's feet. That whenever the tail passes in front of something, it's not obscured. Same with Gloss. But whenever it passes behind something, it's hidden. So yes, that bit is deliberate. Don't worry. The Because I messed up with the original line art export, I'm going to put the single colors on for everyone. red. No, it needs to be much more vibrant. Barrels, that's... Oh, I haven't done squash yet. Setapenra, she needs to be a very pale... Uh, okay. That's the tail front. Get the rest of her. Now, the funny thing is, once I get that for her, that is basically Setapenra done. Because she doesn't actually need more than one colour. I'm going to darken it though. Just have to make sure to do it at both ends. No. Smudge on my screen. Okay. Tammy is desert colours. So but specifically she is desert. She is magmatic desert. So I'm going to make her tan and thick. Nope. She has red and black camo. However, you don't ever go true full black. Neri be blue. Just find her. I'm gonna hop off now. Gonna do more 2077. All right. Do have fun. That's not the right color. It's definitely more this. Yeah, I think that's closer. Yeah. Enjoy. Thanks for stopping by while you did. Oh, and make sure to do that bit of her. Mara is the closest they have to a default goblin. So she has that. Jalaya has... Jalaya is... Oh, Jalaya is that. And while I have the colour up, so is Soluri. The snake, I think, is green. Wait, no, I think I made the snake red. Description. Monica. Red, yes. Look at that red. Oh dear. Oh, no. No, that's right, because the scales are all under there too. Sorry, Gloss. I almost forgot to do the rest of your tail. Okay. Make sure I put these opacity locks on. Otherwise, that'll be a big problem later. Barrels have been done. Miriam's done. Maribel's done. Set part 1. Tammy. Jelia's done. Edith hasn't. I haven't touched her at all yet. Monica is. The snake is. Set part 2. And Slurry. Okay. So yes, Elith. Elith is going to be, well, Elith is going to start at some kind of orange, I think. Tint it more into that. There. No. No. The orange will be fitting for her later. That will be that for now. Final one then, Squalos. Let's see. God, Squalos had some mad colours. So what do I make him? Shades of chemistry, right. That's interesting. Oh, you can change. Oh, you can change that. That's just neat. It's to be some kind of pinkish tone. That is a good start. Squalus has bits missing. Manual mode. Turn before we make you follow it. It's moments like this where silence is golden. And then you speak. Yeah, now we're in the colouring stage. This should go by much quicker. In terms of completion. And I should be able to complete it by my self-imposed deadline. Accidentally a Gobtober pick now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 characters. This piece is crazy. Put the compression up a little. And now, only 6 meg. Compression is better than I thought it would be on this. Okay, line art saved. Big, important step completed. Now what do I do? Where the blazes do I go from here? Oh. Where to start? God. Left or right I'll go. So that'll mean we start with Maribel. No, we need. Where the hell is. Oh, here we are, found it. Find the color codes. Okay. How the hell do I pick again? Oh, that. Okay, I believe there's 1564D3F. No, I think it needs to be a little bit. Yeah, a little bit richer. I'll have to be very delicate. But like the shading will be tough. This coloring bit may take time, but mercifully it won't be too complicated. I'll have to remember a bit of cherry red. Mhm. Figure out the colours for the claws as well. Now this is just a case of sinking into things. And I'm aware that the lips will have to be 2 or 3 shades. First time with these kind of working with these kind of features, so I'm kind of nervous. Oh God. Think I'll probably do this one a little bit shorter than usual as well today, because I have learned that I have to get up very early tomorrow. Hmm. So I've been watching Demon Slayer and I'm realizing I'm trying to remember if a certain character has been out in the sun or not. Those. Oh, that is. God. I forgot what that guy's doing. Arm doesn't need it. This is going to be a struggle. No, you know what? Do things the other way. Oh god, I'm being asked for opinions. What the hell? The hell? Where the hell are these? Oh god, those are there. Now, got this. Okay, this bit's tedious. To redo the scales. this is this was my this was fortunately my big objective for the week, having this done, having the line art done by the end of today, and I'm glad I've achieved that by an hour or so. Okay. You can see what I see. Not done the best with I feel like the color. I probably could have done a different color. And now down here. There we go. Mm. Proper, proper full try hard mode. I apologize to anyone who came here for the scintillating conversation and not just to watch the thighs and examine the art. Why is it so warm in here? Probably actually not any easier to do it the other way around either. So, Mary actually also has several other forms that I'm not familiar with. Mary might also be. I think Maribel's situation offsets Setapenra's, because Setapenra is already done on colours. I don't need to do any more with her. It's all just shading. My arm is starting to give me trouble. I've been doing this too much recently. Okay. Skin done. What's her hair color? This looks like it is dark, but it's not the right color. Yeah, that's the kind of richness that I'm looking for. There again. This will be a bit frustrating. I think I know what's going on. God, the horns as well. I think I'm going to go for a royal blue for the dress. Based on what I know of the character and her situation, I feel like she wouldn't want to wear too much red. No, that's a scale. She ain't a brown. She ain't the brown dragon. That's the horn. There's there. Okay, those. Corn, so I'm going to need a slightly more yellowish tint. That doesn't look right. No. Now, the blue. This and that. Hey, Musa. You were acknowledged by the eel pit guy. Oh, yes, that guy, the one in the basement. Like, even I know that story, and I don't live anywhere, and I'm not even close to the aquatic community, or the community of aquatics enthusiasts, I guess. Oh, well done. It's a nice little silver lining on a day. I managed to complete the line out of this today. So I'm starting on the flats. Yeah, that's a plus. I'm just kind of theta stating this to take the. Bag. That was done. The dress will have, I think, a more detailed line, more detailed pattern on it. But that will be after. Probably could have done this a smarter way. Yellow eyes. Ah, right, that's what I was forgetting to do. Here we go. Ah, right. Okay, that's the important thing. Now we need pink. No. God, how do I get the color for this? No. Almost. The top lip is closer to the original color. That'll do. So we have. Okay. Base. Okay, that actually works. Works now. Done this. Need to borrow the horns for the claws. Okay, now we just have to have the bag. And I want it to be something that complements this. So let's start with the same colour. Make it naturally darker. There. No, that's too. That's. I could see that for this, but I couldn't see it for that. No. Yeah. This one's a little bit picky. Right, that was the finger. There. Okay. Now, finally. Oh God. Anything here? Anything else that needs immediate change? The buttons. She's do that. No. Those dots. The scales have been coloured. The hands and the scales have been coloured. The arms, the feet. The back has received its detail. The basics of the face are in place. Nice. Okay. That's done well. This open. And let's quickly check my details as well. Right. Ah. Well, either way, it is time to raid. Uh, so let's set up that. Of course, ping that there. As ever, it for some reason likes the weird monkey head. Yes, thank you for thanks to everyone who came out to see this. We've finally hit a major milestone. The line art is done. I am now progressing on getting the flat colours in, and with any luck, it'll be done by Monday. Next Monday, I mean, of course. Going to be continuing this Friday. Tomorrow I'm doing my usual. Tomorrow I'm doing Dragon's Dogma because Mondays give me headaches apparently, and Saturday we'll see what needs to be done. Till then, thank you all for coming. Hope to see you again next time. Until spring rises once more on this lovely world.